What's up, YouTube? What's going on? It is your boy EJ. Welcome to Just a Boy and His Camera Unedited. This is the first video in the pop culture category of this series. And we're going to talk about history. I know, for all you that failed your history class, I'm sorry. Triggered. But I just want to, when we talk about pop culture and we talk about the music industry and entertainment industry, we always talk about accolades and somebody's success story, and we try to, I guess, validate it or invalidate it based off of milestones or achievements that the artist has done. It's not always in black and white, all right? And part of this history is the music world. Movies have not really changed. They're starting to change with the streaming of movies and these apps. But that's a different story for another video. But that information or that streaming thing has definitely impacted the music world. So let's take a journey. Do you want to take a journey with your boy? All right, take a journey with me. All right. So we're going to talk about our history of music and how we got the music and how it was given and how it has changed drastically. So we are going to start with the pure sales era. Ooh, that sounds good, right? Pure sale era. And that's where you had to take your behind to the store, all right? Wasn't no music coming to you. The only way you got your music was the TV, the radio. These are the pure sales era. We talking about the 70s, 80s, 90s, where there was no thing called streaming. So this was like when these artists had set these records and these achievements, realized people was going to the store because that's the only way that you got their music. And so to think about like the Thriller album and the Bodyguard album, maintaining these decades of records is amazing because they had to be physically sold, people. So think about that. Then we kind of talked about, we move into the digital era, all right? Digital era is kind of cool. It was like, okay, this is different. We got music that can become on Spotify. Spotify became, so now we can stream. Okay, I like this. YouTube. Oh, they put the music videos on there. We like the digital age. It was a game changer. But then the negative side of the digital age was also a game changer. Napster came about, and not only just Napster, many more sites like it. It was called piracy. All right. In lame terms, it was stealing. We were stealing. We were stealing music, all right? We stopped buying the music and we started stealing the music. We used to have parties, okay? What records you got? I'll trade you my record for my record, okay? You download these, I'll download those, okay? It wasn't right, but it was okay, all right? Okay, Whitney said it first. But that's what. But the digital age came with its pros and cons. Music was at your fingertips, not at your fingertips like they are now, but it was getting more accessible. You didn't have to go to the store. But it did have their issues because between 1999 and 2009, the music industry went from being a $14.6 billion industry to I won't say measly, to like 9.3 and then slowly to a 6.3 in 2014. So I was like, it almost half of the revenue was gone like that when digital started. So I was like, ooh. So you know that affected sales, that affected records, that affected achievements ability, right? So we have to take account for all them artists that came out in the 2000s that won't never sell the way the other artists sold because, well, we were still in music. Let's be honest. So keep that in mind as we go through and you start understanding how these videos are working in pop culture. I'm never going to bash any artist or put another artist above another artist because that's not my style and that's not who I am. I love all music. I find the joy of country, reggae, pop, hip hop, rap, R&B, Latina, yes, the house music. and we're gonna boot the house down boots, and I'll enjoy it all. Every artist has something for someone. You just have to be open-minded to actually want to go and listen. All right. And so let's talk about what happened after, what enhanced during the digital. It was streaming. Streaming came out. And you know what? We were like, what is this? You know, streaming was new. And so the music industry was like, wait a minute. In 2014, only 2 albums went platinum. And that's not normal. And guess what them 2 albums were? One was a Frozen soundtrack. And, you know, we was all letting it go. Let it go. You know, we loved it. It took the world by storm. Funny fact, though, the song never went #1. It took over the world and everybody was, let it go. Let it go. But guess what? It didn't go #1. Keep that in mind, because we're going to have a story about these Disney songs that took over the world. But you're surprised how many didn't chart the way you would think they would chart. Then it was also Taylor Swift's 1989, her debut pop album. Digital, non-digital, piracy, stealing, it didn't matter. That baby went platinum. Alright, so streaming, that's the game changer. It is the reality. Whether you was paying for it or you was getting it for free, streaming took over. And so in 2015 maybe, Spotify, maybe even a little earlier, Spotify became a popular thing, and billions of streams are credited to Spotify. So it's why a lot of times we still track Spotify. We say, hey, this artist has like 100 million monthly streams or 50 million streams. You know, Spotify is that for that, because they were we'll say the foundation. They were the blueprint. So a lot of people still credit Spotify as that president. So, you know, when we say how many artists have 20 million streams on Spotify, it's tracked. It is really tracked. The other apps track it, but I don't know if the critics really say how many Apple plays you got or how many Amazon plays you got. But Spotify is still that streaming record that people look at and people aspire to have. So, why was streaming such the game changer, right? Why was it the game changer? Well, because it changed how the music industry tracked music. So the Recording Industry Association of America had to change the way they catalyzed their, certified. How they certify their artists' records, the singles and the albums, because artists were going, basically, nobody was selling. You know, you lost, what I say, 2 albums in 2014 went platinum. I'm pretty sure everybody else was making great music. It couldn't just be 2 records, right? So the streaming industry got to how to get their life together. And so the RIAA introduced it first, and they was saying, or they created the platform, and I got it written down so I didn't get it wrong for y'all, is that 150 streams of a song or video is equal to 1 paid download song. And then 10 paid downloads or 1,500 song streams equal 1 album sale. Now, that's a lot. I'm going to tell you, streaming, it hasn't made it easier for artists, but they're being tracked now. But it's just easier to buy the album. One little boom, sold, the album gets credited for 1 album. But some of us we like the single, we don't want the album. And you can do that. Just know that it's going to take a little longer for that album to be considered 1 sold by streaming. But hey, it's now being tracked. That's the most important part. All right. But then the artist was like, Billboard had to be like, well, these artists ain't making any milestones. It's the achievements ain't achieving. Right? I'm like, ooh, how is this song #1? Like, ain't nobody, you know, where's my song? I'm putting out good music. Everybody's streaming it, but you're not tracking or calculating my streaming numbers. And then they wasn't. No, Billboard wasn't. And so Billboard finally, in about 15, maybe 2016, changed how they also utilized streaming and made it actually a part of the achievement. So for Billboard and for Nissan Sound, you have to have 1,250 premium audio streams, or 3,750 ad-supported streams, or 3,750 video streams to equal one album. Now, what does that mean? That's exactly what that means. So if you have a paid subscription like Amazon, Spotify, Apple that you're paying for, then 1,250 streams count. But if it's ad supported and is not have a monthly subscription, then the artist has to get 3,750, and that's how they do an album. And that same thing almost for their singles. So many streams is how they attribute to how these singles are performing, along with the radio and everything. But for an album, that's how your artists are hitting the Billboard 200, and that's what it means by album equivalent, because it's not pure album sales; it's streaming being calculated into the album sales, and that's how they say album equivalent. And so if y'all didn't know, well, now you know. So as I told you in this quick little less than 15 minutes, how we have went and changed the music game. So don't say artists are unsuccessful. Let's not be negative. It's just they maybe came out at the wrong time, or they didn't get to be able to capitalize on the streaming, or in this day of age, they just haven't got the platform to be noticed. All right. So now that you know, I hope that this information is useful, because when I make other videos, I'm not going to kind of dig into the history. This is what this video is for. So it might be a little, lengthy. Sorry. I hope my voice didn't irritate you, but I hope it was educational. All right. And let's do a shout out. No, I ain't got no shout outs because I ain't got no fans yet. But thank you. This has been your boy, EJ. I hope you enjoy this journey of music. I hope you continue to support music. It's great. These artists are doing amazing. So subscribe, download, like all your favorites on the streaming, because you're just adding to them and helping them boost. And I hope you also subscribe and like and share my shit too. All right, because I'm an artist too, and I'm sensitive about my shit. All right. Thank you, Erica. No, but thank you for joining me on Justaboiandhiscamera, Unedited. I'm EJ. Please like, share, and tell your friends to come visit. And I will see you on my next video. Peace, love, and happiness.